Hey guys, welcome back. So guys, as we are continuing our ReactJS e-commerce series with Laravel API. So guys, now in this video we are going to start with the product categories and subcategories things. Okay, so guys, let's get started. So first we'll begin with the category module, where I have created this simple table design structure, and let's begin with this, guys. So first, let us go to our React app and create a page for the category. So let's go. So first up, let's move to our routes, where our routes.js for admin is created over here. Copy and paste. Let's make it category, and this name will be category, and the component also will make it to category. Copy this and import it, guys. So let me just copy and paste. So let's go to admin, component admin, where category. So this is a component admin, and inside this admin, category.js file. So guys, now let's import the class. So import a React from a React, and all your functions we are going to create for the category. So let me just copy from our dashboard page, because we don't want to waste time. So let's rename this as category, save, and let's get back. So I need one sidebar over here as category, so let's make that also. Let's get back and go to our sidebar, layouts, admin, where you can see this sidebar. So this is the link, guys, over here. Let's copy and paste and make this to category, and this will be your category link. Okay, save it, and let's close this sidebar now. Let's get back to our category page, refresh. You can see here, let's click, I am category. Perfect. So now get back, and over here let's design with the div tag, class, not class name we have to give over here. So container fluid px-4, where you can tell h1 class name is equal to margin top 4. This will be a category, and inside this we will design the form, guys. So first, let's go to getbootstrap.com, and I'm using bootstrap 5 template, guys, so I'll just continue with this bootstrap 5 only. Let's search for tabs, where we'll move on with the JavaScript, where it is. Okay, so here JavaScript behavior, so you can see this, guys. So let's use this. Let's copy this as simple and paste that. All set. And over here your form will start. Okay, so let me just remove what we required, only that much only we'll keep. So let's give this, and this will be SEO tags. Okay, and change this SEO tags, copy, paste. Here is the ID SEO tag, and this also will make it to SEO tag, and here SEO tag A B. Okay, A B. Fine. What is the error you are getting? Class. Okay, so we need to just rename with the classes. Copy this class name and just give all the classes to class name. Done, guys. So first, here your form will be the form group margin bottom 3, label, where you're going to tell, first thing we are going to create this slug name, description, and the status. So let's tell where you will create an input field with the name is equal to slug, and this type is equal to text. Okay, and we are going to design this input field using where form control. So now guys, you need to copy and repaste, paste. So next field will be your name. Give this as name, and this name. Next is description. Paste that description. Okay, you can take a text area, so let's use text area, and you can just remove this type, we don't require because it's already text area. And next field, that is your status. Okay, so let's copy this and paste and make this to checkbox, which will be your status, and we don't require this designing over here. Tell status 0 is equal to shown, 1 is equal to hidden. Okay, that's it guys. So now in second case, you are going to use all your meta tags, that is SEO tags. So these fields, so let's get back, copy from this text area, paste, tell meta keywords. So this will be, let's copy that meta keyword, copy and paste, description, and for the title, let's use input because title never be big, so we can use input tag for this, that is meta title. Let's copy this meta title and paste it. This will be your meta title. And now guys, let us minimize this to and see the output. Refresh. Okay, perfect. So you can see guys that status also has come, and input fields with the SEO tags. Let me just give a padding for this. I will just add one card hyphen body where one simple border. So let's copy this, copy and paste. Let's see the output. Refresh. Cool guys, so you can see that it's coming perfect. And now one simple button to save it guys. So let's add that one button. After this, create a button type with the submit where I'm class name is equal to button primary px4. Let's see the output. Perfect. So let's push this at the right side and start with the saving data. Let's give float end. We are using bootstrap 5, so you need to use float end. And here guys, let's open the form tag, form open and form close, Control X and paste it over here. Everything working fine. So we are adding this category. Let's make it to add category. Okay, so we have given that wrong spelling, I mean this category. So this is adding the category. So you can just mention this also from category to add category in your sidebar. Let's open the sidebar. Instead of, you can give add category, and you can, if you want, you can change the URL also. So give add category copy and go to your routes and just update that route over here. So add category, that's it, only 2 changes. because we are adding. So let's save and add category. Perfect. So nothing. So let's get back, and now guys, start with the form. So we will be using on submit function, open and close, where we will tell submit category. Okay, so before submitting this category, you need to take all the input fields and use that. So we will be using hooks, guys, hooks method to store the data. So let's first go to our input fields, where we will tell on change function. On change is equal to where we are going to handle the inputs. So let's tell handle input, or on change input also you can create, where we will take all the values from this. So this is category input dot name. Okay, so this slug, right? So let me just add that slug. So same way you are going to repeat with this other input fields, paste it, and for the description also you are going to paste, and status is done. And let's change that name, description, let's make it too small, copy and paste description, and the status to status. So let's create this handle input function, guys, first. So let's move, we have to be inside this function, return, and let's directly use state. So your this category input, you have to just give that category input set category. Perfect. So where you are going to initialize all your input fields over here. So you can just open and close curly brace, where you can tell your fields. So let me just add all the fields. So that is slug. You can just directly add it. Okay, give comma, copy and paste. Second will be a name, then third is your description, and then fourth is the status. Let's copy and paste over here, status. And next input fields, let me just minimize this, and the next tab, which is meta title, copy this meta title and assign over here, and then meta keywords, copy and paste, then meta description. That's it, guys. So let's remove this. Cool. So now you are going to handle all your input fields. So for that, guys, constant variable of your, where is the input field, handle input. So handle input is equal to where event of open and close curly brace, where event dot persists. Okay, function, and then you are going to use the set category. So let's use set category open and close function, where open and close register dot dot dot, where you are going to tell register, I mean category input, comma, where you are going to take event dot target dot your name. So name means input field names. So let's finish this first, colon event dot target dot value. So we will take all the input field values over here. Save, guys, and this name is nothing but your input field name attribute. So same thing you're going to copy, and we have not pasted for this title, so let's paste that also. And for the description, let's copy this and mention that meta title, meta keyword, and meta description. Perfect. So that's it, guys. Let's get back. So all the input field name attribute and taking the value and assigning into our states. Okay, so now after this only you're going to move when you click on this submit button. So when you click on the submit, it will go to the type submit to the form. So on this form submit, you're going to create a function. So let's create one variable with the submit category is equal to where your event of open and close bracket, and you're going to use this persist and get all the data. So what data you're going to get? Create a variable called data, open and close curly brace, where we will create an input field as name colon. So before this we have to create first slug. Will create slug colon your input category input dot the slug. So whatever value comes and stores over here, that value we are taking in. Copy and paste, and then your name, and this will be your input field name. Okay, so same way we are going to copy. So this input field description we will give full here. Okay, and this will be your descript. This is status. So create an input field and get the data from that, and then your meta title. So just put meta title, copy paste your keyword. So and then meta description, copy and paste. Perfect. So now let's send this data into our API. So for that, guys, let's use Axios, where you can tell AXIOS. So please import that Axios over here. Okay, so Axios dot, you're going to send the data, so that means posting data. Okay, so then where open and close, so before this open and close, get the response, whatever the response you get over here. Let's use backtick, not single quote. It's good habit to create a backtick. API/API where add category. Okay, so we are going to use this, or we'll tell store category. It's better we create unique. So store category. So give comma and take this data, variable data, and send it inside this API. So once you get the response, if you're telling the response dot data dot status is triple equal to 200 and else, where you can just copy this and tell if any bad request comes like 400 input fields error or whatever, that kind of error over here, we will tell that that is not validated. Okay, so yes guys, so let's get back and go to this API and store the data. So first let's go to our Laravel application, and this is our middleware where authenticated and admin user. Okay, so let's start with it. Route colon you're going to create a post method because you are going to store the data. So let's give the URL what we have created, store category. Okay, so let's store category, and let me just comment this as category data. Okay, and create a controller, guys. So with the name called category controller colon class comma where you are going to store function. So guys, first let's create the controller. Copy this. Let me comment it right now. Open your terminal and PHP artisan make colon controller with the name category controller inside the API folder. Okay, so you can just watch it out where I have inside my controller one API folder is there where I'll create category controller. Hit enter. Controller created. Perfect. Let's get back, and as simple guys, what we have given the command over there, public function with the name store open and close. We are getting all the requests, so request $request, and to store where you are going to store you don't know. So for that guys, let's create a table. So PHP artisan make colon migration where create underscore categories underscore table. Okay, hit enter. Created migration. Okay, so let's go to database migration where you can find that the last, that is your categories table. Okay, done. Let's tell $table of string function where you will tell all these fields. So first let's copy this meta title, and I want to make this as nullable, so accept nullable. Okay, copy and paste. This is your keyword, so instead of medium text, okay, medium text, copy and paste, and description, give description, and after this copy and paste again. This will be a slug, slug slug, where this will not be a nullable because this is mandatory. So let's make it a slug, and then name, copy and paste, name. Next is description, copy and paste description. So description will be long text, use long text over here. And then guys, the status, so this will be your tiny integer, so tiny integer with the name, status, and so default, 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 where we have to accept 0. That's it guys. So description also we can make it to nullable, not mandatory. Description is not mandatory. Okay, set guys, and now let's migrate this. So give php artisan migrate. So table is migrated guys, so you can find it in our database. So let's refresh over here and you can find that categories table. This is our table guys. And now let's create a model for this to insert the data. php artisan make colon model, where we are going to tell category, hit enter, model created successfully. You can go to app model where you can find category.php. So let's define the table guys. So use protected $table is equal to single quotes. You are going to specify your table name. So let me just copy that table name, categories, and then your column fields as fillable. Okay, and this will be in your array format, and call your input fields. So let's copy all these input fields and paste it over here. Okay, so let me just complete that guys over here. So guys, I have completed this now, all set. Let's close this model and our table. Let's get back to our controller. So over here let's create a variable called category is equal to your category model, where before this new, just add a new keywords to store the data. So this model, make sure you have imported the class. And now let's take this where you are going to call all your database fields name, whatever you have created the column. So meta title, just call this is equal to $request of your input field. So input field, what is the input field you have created? So that over in your React app, so these are your input fields guys. So let's copy this and just paste it. So same way you are going to call for all the fields, meta keyword. So this is your database column name, this is your input field, description, this is your description, and this is your database field name. Let's copy this. Okay, and next step we are going with the slug. So copy this slug and paste that input field slug, name, description. So this description should match. So this is the database name and your input field name, the description. Let me just copy the input field first, description, and paste, and database column name, description, paste it. So at last, one thing we have left out with the status. So status and your input field name, status. Okay, so this you are going to gain condition is equal to true, means it should, if it is checked, means we have to make it to 1. Okay, else by default it should store as 0. As simple, guys. And now let's store this data with the help of save function and return a response function in JSON format as let me just break down. Status, you will tell this is 200, it is success, and let's give that category added successfully, all set. And let's make this to message. And now, guys, we didn't give the validation, so let's do the validation first over here. So dot validator is equal to, we are going to use validator colon make function where dollar request of all function open and close and all your input fields. Okay, so you can just copy it down from here. Meta title, where you will tell this it should be mandatory required, and then your keyword not mandatory, so just ignore that. Slug is mandatory, let's give that slug, and max length it should be 191. So for meta title also max 191 we will give. Copy and paste. Name is mandatory, so let's take that name, and it is required and max 191. Description, if you want you can add that, or else ignore. So we did not required, it's nullable. And the status also is not required. Let's give only 3 things. If you required you can add on more. So guys, now let's use if condition. If this validator variable fails, so if the condition is failing, then else. If passes means you'll come inside this else condition. So I can just paste that. Let me just close this terminal. Okay, so what in case it fails? Let's copy this response and tell 400. So bad request, whatever it goes. So you can tell dollar your validator variable, where you will tell all the messages function, and your this will be your errors. So all the errors is added over here. And now, guys, let's get back to our React app, and over here when you get the messages, so for that we are going to tell, so let's set the variable where it is this set category. Okay, set category, where you're going to open and close dot dot dot, where you'll tell category input. So your category input comma, we are going to create error list colon, where your response, so a response you'll get, right, response dot data dot errors. So this errors you are getting from your blade file, I mean controller. So this errors, copy this errors and just get from there, all set. And when you check in your input, you are not there, let's add that colon. You have multiple inside this, so just add this. Okay, so you can take this and just loop that anywhere to see the errors. Okay, so now, guys, once it is success means we will use sval, SWAL sval function success, where you will tell response dot data dot the message. What message? This message, and the icon we want as success only. Save. Let's remove all the input details from the forms once it is saved. So for that, guys, you need to just add one id. Id is equal to where you'll tell category form. So let's copy this document dot get element by id function dot reset. Save. And yep, guys, so let's get to our browser. Okay, use states val is not defined. Let's define that. So inside your React, I'm gonna copy this use state, import sval from suite alert, save, refresh. Okay, so let's inspect and let's move to network. And now guys, let's click on submit. Okay, so the page is loaded guys, so we don't want to load this page. So where we have missed that, let's remove this and just refresh with that. Let's get back to our code. Okay, so we are clicking on the submit button. It's going to form on this page. It's getting loaded. So let's move to this. Okay, we have to use prevent default, not persist. So prevent default. Okay, so this will help you to not load the page in any condition. Okay, so let's refresh once again guys, and now let's click on. So let me just clear the network and submit. So you can see pending, it's 404, URL not found. Okay, let's see that. Admin / add category. Let's go to a Laravel app. Okay guys, it's commented, so let's uncomment that first and let's get back. So let's click once again. Before that, clear network, submit. So we have got the 500. Let's see what is that error. Preview, you can see that target category controller does not exist. Okay, let's import the class for this first. Imported. Clear this and let's submit once again. You can see validator not found, so we have used validator. Let's go to our category controller. In this validator we have used, let's import that class. So eliminate supports facets validator. Okay, so this is the class guys. Save and let's clear once again and let's submit once more. Submit. We have got the status 200. Let's see, 400 we have got. Okay, so status is 400 over here. Meta title and slug, everything we require, so you need to print that in this page. So guys, for that, let's get back to our form, and above this, below this add category, let me print it. So guys, there are two methods to display the errors. One is by looping all the things and printing at one time, or else you can just go to each input box and print the message. So let's check over here guys. So below input tag, let's add span tag, where we are going to take the error list. So let's move on the top. So on this category input of your error list. Okay, so let's call that. Set the span tag category input of your error list dot and the field name. So what field name? That is given over here. You can see that meta title, name and slug. Okay, so we are working on the slug, so let's tell slug, save, and let's clear this. Now guys, let's click on submit. So you can find that the slug is required. Okay, so you can find this. So instead of printing each time for each field, you can just print at the top at once only. So either you can follow with this, or else just let's use some logic to build that. So first we will create one variable called display error. So display errors is equal to one array I am going to format, and inside this if condition. So guys, our category dot input, so inside our span tag we have given, right? So this error list, category input of error list, if something is present, then you're coming inside this, take this display error variable where array, then you are going to take this display error list dot slug, and then next field is name, and then next field is meta, I think title. Let's go to, okay, so over here meta title it is. Okay, let's copy this and paste that. That's it. So this, we are taking this variable and let's loop that. We'll loop it directly over here. We don't require another variable to declare it. So display dot, with the help of map function, where you will tell item of array list, and inside this your directly item, so li. Let me just display with li tag and paste. So directly pasting we cannot do. Let's return, where you can add this. All set, guys. Okay, so let me just, I don't want to add this in li tag. Let's make it to p tag. Save, get back, let's refresh. Okay, so click on submit. You can see that fields are required. So there are spacing is more, guys. You can just add a simple class, bootstrap class name is equal to, where margin bottom 1 if you give, it will be fine. So you can see that. Cool. So now guys, let's refresh, and now let's insert the data into our database. So this data categories table. So let's get back. So let's enter, insert the data. So make sure clear all your networks so we can find the error. Let's insert, like we are going to insert mobile thing. So you have many examples, choose from any of this category. So I'm choosing mobile. This will be my slug mobile, and the name mobile. This is description of mobile, and I want to show, so I'm not going to select that. Next, go to SEO tag, meta title, mobile devices, and you can add some meta keywords, mi, red mi, so whatever. Okay, so you can just paste with the same thing. So guys, now let's click to submit, and you can find perfectly category added successfully. Let's click OK, and let's go to our database. Over here you can see, guys, that data has been inserted successfully. So our category module is done, guys. And what is the error we have fetched over here? Each child has unique key props. Okay, so this is a warning, guys, which is all about this p tag. Okay, so you can just give a key over here, just add key, open and close bracket, where item. Okay, that's it. So let's save, let's get back. Cool, the error is cleared, guys. So we have successfully inserted the data, and let's see in next video, guys, how to view this our categories data into our dashboard. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like and share.